Hey Fukes, welcome back. Actually, since it's October, hey Spookies. That was a little cheesy. I know, it's okay. As you can tell from the title, I have a fun little story time for y'all. So let's get into it. All right, my dears. Let us set the scene. Hey. So today we're going to be talking about my experience at the Bridgerton experience. And I did a little mini vlog of it. So we'll have bits and pieces here. But let's get into the show. If you didn't know, I love Bridgerton down. Okay? That is my show. That Interview with the Vampire, love them down. But today we're just focused on Bridgerton. Got my cute little dress going, so let's get into it. So it all started the morning of September 17th. Hi guys, it's your girl Maya back here with another video, and today is September 17th. I'm in Georgia right now because I'm going to get to go to the Bridgerton experience in Atlanta. So I'm going with my cousin and her friend, so very excited about that. If you know me, you know I love Bridgerton. You know I love books. Since I was younger, I've always, even before Bridgerton and stuff, I've always wanted to kind of go to a ball and pretend I'm in a book, so I'm very excited. Dress, here's the back. And I have my crown and my gloves and my shoes, my purse. So yeah, I'm very excited. We're gonna leave soon. So sorry, you hear my cousins playing in the background, but I went with my cousin's friend, and her friend's mom. We were kind of far from the venue, so I was trying to have my time management together, and also I didn't have everything I needed. Last minute, I was still even at home, I was trying to find gloves, and I could not for the life of me find gloves anywhere. So shout out to my dad and uncle. Last minute, we went to the mall, and I was able to get my gloves. So yay, because I love them. So we make our way to the venue. I feel like I was definitely I already knew that we were kind of far. Plus, I know Atlanta traffic is crazy. So we did get there not super duper early, but definitely even before they let people in and stuff like that. I took a little video of the outside, and when you go in, because it was I want to say a studio lot maybe, but go inside, it's this cute little waiting area. So I took some pictures in there, but it was really, really pretty. It had the fairy lights, vines, and music, and different people were talking and stuff like that. And it was just so cute seeing everybody's costume. Everybody looks so cute. I really want them to bring this back, but everybody looked so amazing. I was, yes. Anyway, when you buy the tickets, it's kind of split up. So they have VIP, and I think it's just VIP and regular. So VIP got, I think they were granted access maybe 30 minutes before everybody else. And I know they had other things part of their package, like champagne and a dance card, stuff like that. But they went through first, and then a little while after, we got to go in. And when you go in, it's the main waiting area we're in, and then there's this oh my gosh, this arch of flowers, and it's so pretty. And I took a picture. I took a couple of pictures in there. But yeah, as you're coming out of that arch, there are two main sections of the whole thing, right? So straight ahead, when you first come out of the arch, there's basically where all the photo ops are. I'm sure there were other things over there. I just don't really remember because we didn't spend a lot of time there. We basically glanced over at that area and then went straight to the right. So when you come out of the arch, there's this cute little portrait of Simon and Daphne. That it's the same one that you see painted in season 1. That's not a spoiler, it's just a minor detail, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so there's you see that little painting and whatnot, but they have different photo ops. They had the rain drops and stuff like that, kind of the way fairy lights are, but it's rain. It was really, if you just go to Instagram or Google and look up the Bridgerton experience photo ops, and you'll see all the different things. It's really cool. They had a thing where you could have your picture taken, it would turn into a portrait. They had, I don't really remember what else, but it seemed really cool. We just didn't really linger over there. We just came out of the tunnel, looked at we didn't even walk around in that area. We just kind of looked over and then went straight to the right. So here's where it started to get really exciting for me personally. As you all know, as I've said many times before, I'm a huge Bridgerton fan. Love the books, love the show, etc., right? So you have that main section after the tunnel. You go to the right, it's like a mini hallway, right? In the corner of this hallway are 2 display cases. I don't know if it's one big display case or 2 display cases, but inside of those display cases are costumes, are a singular costume from Colin and Penelope. When I tell you, I was excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember exactly what episode and scene this is from. Bro, I was like, is there more of this? Turned out there was. So we keep going down this hallway, and when you enter, this is like the other main section. So you have, when you come out of this hallway, it's like to your right, they have like a mini set where it's kind of like the modiste. There's nobody over there. It's just like a little, another photo op thing. I want to say I have a video of it, I'm not sure. And then my cousin and I took a picture there. And then like along the wall, there are more cases of different dresses and stuff like that, right? So there's one dress in particular. There's one dress was Marina's dress. There's a Penelope dress, and then there's a specific dress that Daphne wears in like the first half of season 1, where it's like blue and it has like silver or white or something like that. It's not the Trowbridge ball that she wears it to. But it's another significant ball, and I can visualize that scene in my mind, but I can't quite place where it is. But yeah, so I was all giddy over this, and I was like, it's from this scene and that scene and this scene, and I remember this and da 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 da. I was excited. Okay, relax. Also in that area, they had like, still on that little side, they had like a mini gift shop. So they had like little stands with like Bridgerton t-shirts and like I don't know if they had the tea yet, but like just different Bridgerton merch that Netflix was selling at the time. They also had the bar, and they had the rest of that, I guess, room was just like past the bar. People were in line because they had the red carpet going to the Queen's throne, right? So people, at this point, people were able to take pictures on the Queen's throne together. And so my group, we were in line, we stood in line to go ahead and take pictures for the throne, right? And so some of the guests had like these little top hats and stuff like that, right? So a guy comes up to us, and I'm thinking, because we've made small talk with like other guests that are there. So a guy comes up to us who's wearing, I want to say maybe it's a black top hat with I think a green ribbon. So I'm thinking, oh, this guy's another one of the guests and stuff like that, because I saw someone else like literally with the same type of hat outside before I came in, right? So he walks up to us and he's just like chatting it up with us and stuff like that, and he's speaking in a British accent. So I'm like, wow, he's really committed to the bit. So I try to, make small talk too, like, lovely day we're having, like whatever my response was to what he said. I try to kind of talk in an accent too, because I'm thinking he's doing a bit. No, he's an actor from the experience. So he talks, because he genuinely jump scared me at first. But here's the kicker. There's something that I've noticed throughout my life. There are certain people that I'll meet, and I'll get back to this in a second, but there are certain people that I'll meet or interact with that I'm like, okay, there's going to be some type of like significance or connection here. Like there's going to be some significance to this person that I've just met, or there's going to be some type of like connection between us, right? So we'll get back to that in a second, right? But yeah, he goes off, he like mingles with other people, stuff like that. Eventually we're still in line, we're talking to some people, we take some pictures because it's like a little window and stuff like that. And then I don't know if there were horns or what, but eventually it's like, oh, hail the queen, or whatever they say, like introducing the queen, stuff like that. So they like eventually, because they had stopped like letting people take pictures, so we're still kind of standing there, so we know something else is about to happen. So we have like the musicians and like the Queen's Guard and the Queen and her lady in waiting come up
to deliver its fair share of delights and grandeur. And if the gods of mischief are merciful, then perhaps...
We're doing that. Eventually, like, it's time to get ready to go meet the queen, right? We were like practically about to take pictures. Like I think we were like the next people to take pictures before they closed it off or something like that. Yeah, because we were in the front. So yeah, we were like in the next group to take pictures. And the actor from before came back. Because I think people could volunteer themselves to go first too. I really don't remember. It's been like 3 years. But yeah, the guy came back, and so he was like, would you like to be debuted for the queen? And I was like, first? You want me to go first? No, looks like we did.
All courtesy to Her Majesty. It is only the Queen's eye that matters today. A glimmer of displeasure, and someone's value plummets to unthinkable depths.
Please make an orderly line to bow for Her Majesty.
On the red carpet, please.
Well,
With
we
your
have
present your bow to Her Majesty.
brave soul starting us off. And doing a pretty good job. Well done.
So he asked me my name and stuff like that, and like we walked and like debuted, and I did my little curtsy, because literally like when I would watch the show I'd be like, oh, I wonder what my curtsy would be like you know, how would I, like if I were in the Bridgerton universe, which is something I think about all the time. Anyway, I would be like, oh, how would I debut for the Queen, you know? But that was a cute little thing. That was pretty cool that I got to go in front of the Queen first. And like they have it's Lady Whistledown who's announced, like okay, so if you haven't watched Bridgerton, there is someone named Lady Whistledown who has like runs this society paper, right? Lady Whistledown is gossip column, not society paper. Well, I think it's called Lady Whistledown Society. Anyway, I keep looking this way because I have it pinned on my wall because they had them there for people, and so I have my own. But basically, we had our own version of Lady Whistledown. I don't remember what her name was in this one because we had our own version of Lady Whistledown, Simon and Daphne, but they had different names, and their story is actually in the gossip column, which is really cool too. But I'll just put it in quotation. So Lady Whistledown kind of announces and talks, like, so you can hear her in the video, kind of like that's who you hear in the video, like when you hear me debut, or like you might hear her in other videos as well. So we had that, and then after the whole debuting to the Queen, we also had this thing where it's like the two dancers, like Simon and Daphne actually came out and were teaching us how to dance, you know, which is kind of cool. So you had to pick a partner. I think I danced with my cousin, and we just learned different moves and stuff. It was really cute. And there was a couple next to us, and you could see the love in their eyes. It was so wholesome. It was so wholesome. I hope they're doing well. But yeah, and after a while, they opened up the ballroom, and so people from the other side were also coming in, like the people who were doing the photo ops and stuff were also coming in. So we were all in the ballroom. I don't remember the specific order of events in the beginning, but I know that we had like the bee come out, and I'm pretty sure it was just the Queen in a bee costume. Still pretty cool. She like came out, did a little dance and talked to people and stuff like that. And then we had like Simon and Daphne come out and also teach another dance. And I think we had not a line dance per se, but kind of like some type of dance where like it might have been, I think it was partial, like those, okay, I don't know what they're called, not waltzes, but like the dances where it's kind of a group dance, but it's also kind of like a waltz. So like every now and then you'll have a part, like in Bridgerton, you know, or like period dramas where like they dance and switch with people, that kind of thing. So they taught us that. I just remember like shimmying or something. I don't know. That was also pretty cool. And then they kind of had like a mini version of the story play out. So like they had Simon and Daphne, they're obviously also dancers, so they have like their performance of things, and they have like but before that they have like Daphne walking up to the Queen, and the Queen, she doesn't say flawless my dear, but she does like the little chin lift thing that she does in the show. So they do that, and they have like their little story play out, and you can also like read it in the Lady Whistledown pamphlet. And yeah, so they have that, and then they get to choosing the diamond of the season. So with that, to this day I wonder if I was supposed to be diamond of the season. And I genuinely say this because so when they like announced that they were about to do the diamond of the season, right, we were kind of pushed to like the outskirts of the ballroom floor, right? So I went from being on the edge of the ballroom floor to kind of like behind it, like 2 to 3 people, I don't know. And so a King's Guard, I'm thinking like my cousin had moved next to me, like she's on this side. I think like everybody was on this side, but I feel like, I know there are other people on this side, but then I feel like someone nudged me. So I look over, it's a Kingsman. I'm like, oh, hi. Because I really like interacting with the actors and stuff, right? It's been really cool. So I'm like, oh, hi. And he says something I don't remember what he said specifically, but he had said something in reference to the diamond of the season picking or whatever. And he like leaned and said like, I don't remember what he said, but he said something. And I was like, oh wait, does this mean like, is this a hint that I'm supposed to move forward? But I didn't, I was trying to figure out like, was I I was excited, but I was also confused. And I was like, do I move forward? Do I like push past these people and just like, you know, I didn't want to be that person. It's just like, excuse me, I want to be in the front. You know, I didn't want to be that, but like, I was also, I should have taken my chance when I got it. But it's okay. I digress. Anyway, the queen goes up. She like goes to the crowd, and I kid you not, she looked at me. But she chose her diamond of the season, who was like a couple people down, I guess. Stunning. Yeah. But I hope, honestly, man, I don't even mind that it wasn't diamond of the season. I think that would have really been a cherry on top. But literally just being there was fine for me. I wanted to go so, like, literally as soon as I found out they were doing the Bridgerton experience, I was just like,
when are they going to be near me? When are they going to be near? When are they going to be, like, somewhere that I can travel to?
You know? So, just being there was enough for me. And I genuinely hope that that made that that person's, like, whole year. Because that's, especially, like, when you're a big fan, being chosen as a diamond is, like, so exciting. But, yeah. So the diamond was chosen, and after that, I feel like there was like either a violin or viola solo. There was something else, and oh, and like when the diamond is chosen, there's like glitter that falls and stuff. Oh, it's so wholesome. It's so beautiful. The whole thing all around was just really enjoyable and really beautiful. My only complaint is that it should have been longer. It was like 1.5 hours to 2 hours. If it were even longer, I feel like that would have been even more fun. But I think all in all, it kind of like times out really well, to be honest. But yeah, after all of that, like after like the main thing ends, they just play like modern music and stuff like pop music and stuff like that, and they have a little dance party, you know. But it's pretty cool. I also forgot to mention with the ballroom, because I've been describing the areas. When you go into the ballroom was like literally like next to the queen's, literally right next to the queen's, I want to say lounge, throne. So it's like this giant doorway that was originally closed, but it's this giant doorway. And so you have the ballroom and like all this space in between, but there's also like a mini section in the back where it's kind of like seats and stuff where people can kind of spectate if they didn't want to partake in like the other activities we were doing. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really fun, and I really enjoyed it, and I would love to do it again. That was one of the coolest things, because honestly, like I've said, I've always kind of wanted to do like interactive things like this. Like I want to go to a ball, and I want to do this, and I want to do A, B, and C, you know? Even Ren Fair is like something I've really been wanting to do, because like that interactive immersive experience, you know? So yeah, but the Bridgerton experience was so freaking cool. Guys, please bring it back. I would really appreciate it. I really appreciate it if you brought it back. Plus, by this point, I've put my mom onto Bridgerton. Okay, I've gotten her really into it. I've put my best friend. I put 2 of my best friends on to Bridgerton and gotten them really into it. So I need them to experience this too, because I think they would really enjoy it as well. Now, all in all, really awesome experience. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so grateful that I even got to go. I do think if they bring it back and I go back, I think I would do the VIP package, just because I do want to check out the other side with all of the photo ops and whatever else is over there, but I really don't want to miss the interactive stuff because I love stuff like that. So this way I could kind of get a mixture of everything. But I'm still really glad we ended up sticking with like the more interactive side, because I really enjoyed that, as you can tell. Okay, before we close out, I forgot to mention and circle back to the whole actor. Okay, so the guy that had interacted with us that I originally thought was a guest, and he took me to debut in front of the queen, right? Turns out if you don't know, New Girl is one of my comfort shows, right? Love that show so much. Lamorne Morris, who plays Winston on there, has another show. I don't remember if it's still going now, but he has another show, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's like he's an artist and like objects talk back to him, and it's like it covers like racial discrimination and stuff like that. I saw a promo of something. I don't know if it was on his account or like YouTube somewhere, I don't know, but I saw a clip of it, right? And he's like on the bus or something. Guess who's talking to him on the bus?
Hey, you're Keith Knight. I'm an ally. I still post black squares to Instagram every week.
Actually, you can stop doing that.
Keith is not just an artist, he is an activist.
The correct term is artivist.
Okay.
Freaking Lord Guest over here is the one who is talking to him in the show. So I thought that was really cool. And then sometimes like I'll randomly see him in commercials and stuff like that. So I just thought that was funny because like genuinely, I do wonder like maybe that's why I got that weird feeling when I met him. Because I was like, I've had that feeling several times before with people that some I'm not so close to and some I'm still very close with, where it's like I'll meet them and I'm like, there's going to be some type of significance to you, or there's going to be some type of connection between us two. So, hey, maybe we'll work together one day. And if not, it's pretty cool that he was on a show with one of my favorite actors. So I thought that was pretty cool. But, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for stopping by and listening to me yap again. But until we meet again, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, love yourself, love others, and know that love you. All right, stay kind, stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Mwah. Peace.